Hey viewers, welcome to Interesting Classes. Let's start the video. In previous lecture, we have discussed about exception hierarchy. In that lecture, we have discussed that java.lang.throwable class is the root class for exception hierarchy, inherited by two subclasses, exception and error. Then we have learned exception and its subclasses. After that, we have seen error and its subclasses. Now, in this lecture, we are going to compare checked versus unchecked exception. Let's have the checked exception first. Let's see the definition. The exception which are checked by compiler whether the programmer has handled or not for smooth execution of the program at runtime, these exceptions are known as checked exception. So let's understand by some common example. Suppose you are going to give your examination at the center. In our class 12, we have to go to another school and give our examination. So, meanwhile your mother came. Suppose you are preparing for your going to examination center and meanwhile your mother came and asked, have you taken 2 pens? Have you taken 2 pens? You said no. Then your mother make you understand that it may be possible that during giving your exam your pen may not work. So it better to take 2 pens. It happens generally because when we have one pen, if the pen will not work, what we will do? It is possible. So better to take 2 pens, one alternative pen, so that if one pen will not work, another alternative pen we can use and we will write the examination happily. So the conclusion is having a precaution before will not affect at the execution time. If we relate to the technical term, having a precaution before, if we take precaution before, we will not affect at the execution time. So let's understand how it happens. Let's understand technically by taking a simple example. Suppose we have defined import java.io.star package. So we are importing all the classes and methods by using import statement so that we will use that class and methods in our program. Class test public static void main string arguments. Print writer pw is equal to new print writer abc.text. Here we are creating an object of print writer class and we are passing a value file type value in the constructor of this print writer class. Then we are calling this object dot println. Println is the method which is predefined in the print writer class, and hello I am a tutor. So what happening in this program, let's see. So suppose we assume that there is a file in our system. We only assume, we are not sure that is it there or not. We are only assuming that there is a file name abc.text. abc.text, there is a file in our system anywhere. So what we do, we are creating that object of print writer class and we are passing the name of the file. So object will be created and the constructor will initialize the value, pass the value. Now we are calling this object.println method hello I am a tutor, that I want to write this statement in that text file. I want to write this text, or we can say this sentence or this statement in that file. So it may be possible that the file may not be there. It is possible. We are just assuming that there is a file named abc.text and we are writing that this statement to this text file. So what happen is, it is possible that file may not be there. So in the technical term, we have to understand both positive and negative. In positive side, the file may be present, and in negative side, the file may not be present. So we have to handle. So if the file will not be present, then the exception will be right. Which type of exception? File not found exception. File not found exception. So let's first done practically, then we will understand better. So let's copy the code. Open Notepad. Let's paste the, see we are importing this and we are defining this. So let's save the file first. Let's save the file at desktop, name test.java. Let's save the file. Now let's run the code in command line. javac test.java. Let's compile file first. Oh, first we have to give the location where we have discussed. Okay, yeah. cd desktop. Then what we have to do, javac test.java. See, unreported exception, file not found exception. An exception has been occurred. That compiler is asking you to handle the exception, that it must be caught or declared to be thrown. So there are two methods to handle the exception. First, by using throws keyword, or by using try and catch block. So print writer pw, here we are creating object and here is the location in which the exception has been raised. Which type of exception it is? It is file not found exception has been raised. So here we understand that file not found exception is a checked exception. Okay, file not found is a checked exception. So here the compiler is forcing you to handle the exception so that on the runtime you will not face any problem. Okay, what compiler is forcing you to handle the exception. Which type of exception? File not found exception has been raised. So compiler is forcing you to handle the exception, so at runtime there will be no abnormal termination. Your program will terminate freely, happily. Your program will execute happily. So let's first define one exception. Let's handle the code. How to handle the code? Using try. We have learned now till try catch. So let's try block. Let both the statements in the try block and followed by catch block. Let's save the file. So we are not defining any statement or to execute in the catch file. We're just providing try catch. So none of the statement will execute in the catch file if any exception found. So let's save the file. Yeah. Let's run the code again. javac test.java. See, it compiles happily. As the exception has raised, file not found exception has been raised and it is handled by catch block. Let's run the code. Java test. As there is no statement, so there will be no any println method, no dot any printing method. No statement will be printed here. So we here is catch block is blank. So we have taken this example. We will take one more example in another video. Thank you. Now for any doubt and group discussion, join my Telegram. You can also search Interesting Classes in the Telegram and you can join the channel. You can follow me Interesting Classes on Instagram and you can join the group Interesting Classes on Facebook, where I give regular updates. For more videos, subscribe Interesting Classes and press the bell icon for latest updates. Thank you and have a nice day.